Next one, remaining relatives. The next category of the relatives are one's grandchildren, right? After the grandchildren comes one's siblings. So meaning one outline is of course it's more important than, for example, my sister or my brother, right? Followed by the rest of the relatives. Okay. One's spouse relatives come immediately after one's own relatives in the list of priorities. So first, a person must take care of his relatives, and after like they were taken care of or they didn't need our help, so we go to the vice side. Okay. So now the question that was asked last time, it's F, divorced spouse. If one is divorced and the former spouse in his financial need, it is a mitzvah to give her prior to non-relatives. So because in some sense she was part, I mean we explained last time, but she was part of the family. So now your family comes first, doesn't matter how distant, it could be your fourth cousin something, right? And then so you can, if she's in need, so you can help your divorced spouse. So G, non-relatives. Okay. Now we list on, okay, so of course this non-relatives is much bigger list. Now we list and explain, where necessary, the order of distributing tzedakah to poor people who are not relatives. Number one, the first priority in helping the poor person who is a non-relative is someone with whom one has a relationship. So as we said last time, or the time before, so Hashem put these people for some reason in our lives, right? So we have we know the situation. So and we're going to see further. Then that sometimes when you're aware of the situation, it's like they told you. Right? They did not tell you, but you heard it from somebody else. It's like they come and ask you money, in some sense, right? So you have some kind of responsibility to some greater responsibility to help these people, right? With whom you have some relationships. So it's number one. Number two, one's neighbors. Okay. So number three, a person from his own town. The definition of such an individual is anybody who lived there for 1 month. So basically, it's usually regular resident who been living there for 30 days, or if somebody bought an apartment, bought a house, and moved in permanently, so he's a permanent resident from the day one. He does not need to wait 30 days, right? And same is mitzvah of mezuzah, right? So somebody told me, no, I have time. The person is moving in, I have time. So what do you mean you have time for this mezuzah? You have to buy today. Right, you're moving in today or tomorrow, so you must buy today, right? This mezuzah. He said, no, I have 30 days. I said, you don't have 30 days. So it's not like I'm going to stay. Maybe I'm going to go back. For example, it was a case some time ago. A person had, hopefully the boy is alive, young child. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but he was like, I know, the boy, since he was maybe 8 years old, and he was jumping, he was have such a lot of energy, driving everybody crazy. And then something happened, and he fell ill, and nobody could diagnose, and he does not want to walk, and he cannot walk. He's so weak and fragile, and he could not go to school. I don't know, very depressing. And then the guy said they went to vacation to Arizona. Arizona is like a desert, like there, so it's a dry heat, but it's good. So a boy felt very good in Arizona for whatever reason. I don't know. The doctors did not know. So I told the guy, so maybe you must move there. So he said, no, I have job here, this and that. So I told him, look, you can send your family, your wife who is with a kid, the wife was like housewife, and let them stay there. So maybe you're going to join. So in this case, if they do not know for how long they would go, they would pay on a weekly basis for this apartment. So after the 30 days, well, looks like they're like permanent residents. It's very interesting. Hopefully it's a boy's life. I don't know. Terrible situation. What people do, he said, I don't, here I have a very good job, but there maybe I'm not going to get a job. I said, but you're going to save the life of your child. It's not worth. No, he said, it's worth it. Why saying like this? Why I put it like that? I don't know. So he said, here is a job, I can afford insurance. But I said, but in that place, your boy feels better. So Hashem is going to send you a job. It's very sad, like how people attach to the money. Okay, so continue. Okay, so one more time, the person from his own town. The definition started as individual who lived 30 days. Okay, so continue. Number 4. One who lives in Eretz Israel. Those who dwell in Yerushalayim takes precedence over those who live in other cities of Eretz Israel. So Yerushalayim, as I said before, very, very expensive place and very, very hard to get a job, and it's mission impossible to survive, right? So, of course, they need always constant help. Okay. Continue. There is no difference between the old city and new city of Yerushalayim. Of course. In old city, only I think rich people can afford. It's very, very expensive because it's very limited space, right? Most of it is non-Jewish quarter. Jewish quarter is tiny. Armenian quarter is, I think, in bigger. Christian quarter, like Muslim quarter, all of these garbage quarters are bigger than Jewish quarter. Okay. Or as he said, another cities of Yerushalayim. So now it's hard to say what like all of this like neighborhood and around Yerushalayim. I think that they belong in some sense to Yerushalayim, but I'm not sure 100% how they it's like where the city draws the line. So continue. Number 5, indigent from other cities of diaspora. So first you take care of the city of Yerushalayim, city of other people from Israel, and others indigent from diaspora. For example, when the war broke out between Russia and Ukraine, so we had to save people, had to save Jews from there, right, or in some other countries. So that's priority. Okay, no problem. So any questions on what we said or any topic, please? Yes, go ahead.
So question on the board for this topic says, question about Tzedakah. In the list of priority, I wonder if one has a poor third cousin and the mother-in-law, meaning the wife's mother, is also poor, who takes precedence?
Well, so, it was cousin from which side? From father's side or mother's side? Did it say?
It doesn't say. It says one has a poor third cousin. Third cousin.
Third.
The husband, or for instance, the husband's father's side.
Oh yes, so this third cousin, whatever is it, so he takes the precedence because, as we said, first we have to satisfy all of the father's side, right, and then the mother's side.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Yeah, so mother-in-law is on mother's side. Of course, she takes priority all other relatives on her side, but after we satisfy the father's side, but we're going to say of course there are exceptions. So exceptions, of course, we're going to see how the money is going to use for, right? What would the guy money is going to use for? If this third cousin, fourth cousin, let's say, I'm not talking about him, like in general, right? If he's anti-Torah person, right, and he's a drug user, I'm not talking like in general, right? And this mother-in-law is trying to observe kashrus, so of course there is no brainer. He goes to the garbage, and she's taking priorities. So we also have to take in consideration. So this money would not be used against us, right? Meaning that I don't want to be like accomplice to the crime. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Our friend says also, thank you, Rav. Also, I wonder what is the definition of Eretz Israel in the Tzedakah?
That's a good question. So the Eretz Israel. So that's it's not such an easy question, and I'm going to explain why. So biblical borders for Eretz Israel, it's actually just below the Dead Sea. So a lot in all other this desert is not actually part of biblical Eretz Israel, right? Just so we know, right? But it says actually the some when we conquer some other land, so it's also part of Eretz Israel. So that's I guess if needed, so there are poor people there, like on the south of Dead Sea, so we can for sure count them as a part of Eretz Israel. Comparing to other places in the diaspora, for sure. Okay, what else?
Thank you very much, Rabbi.
You're welcome.